That's what we've got coming. We're the purple dot, and we're about to get slammed. Back to the channel, guys. Today we're working on the Beetle, and we're getting this thing ready for our roadworthy and swapping over of the registration. So we've got a few spots that we've got to work on first. Wherever you see yellow tape, there's obviously some rust spots that we have to take care of. So there's a couple of, some of them are just stains, you know, there's a little spot just there. But we just want to make this is probably one of the worst parts right there. We just want to get this thing tidied up. You know, we're not going for a full resto here, it's just tidy up those little rust bubbles so that it passes roadworthy. They can get a bit funny about that stuff around here, so we want to get that tidied up. We've got a few mechanical things that we've got to do to it as well. Brakes, a few other bits and pieces. The front windscreen does have to come out because we have a fairly substantial rust spot right here. So it's right under the seal, so we'll have to take that out. So that's going to be today's job, is just going over all these spots. We have got some colour matched up so that we can, you know, just do a, like I said, this isn't going to be a full respray or anything. We're just going to blend these little areas and then down the track we can do a proper respray of the whole body. We have got 4 litres of the blue, so we can do a complete job. This is really just going to be a tidy up. So let's get crack-a-lackin', and we're going to get all the windows covered up so we don't get grinding pits into the glass, and we'll start removing bits and pieces. And there's the bonnet gone.
Yep. We
forgot to film it, but there it is on the ground.
That was fun.
Took the bonnet off. We have to do the rust repairs on that one. Yeah. Off the car is going to be a lot better than on the car. We've taken the chrome trim off the side. And what I did use is this stuff here, which is a cutting compound. Just put a little bit on a rag and just went inside the channel here, and it's just taken off all the rust stains that we had. So that's kind of taken care of that, which is great. But yeah, we've still got, scraped a little bit of that away. This one here is going to be a major.
Look at that. Straight the dye back and front.
Yeah, let's have a look at this. Let's have a look at this bonnet. Yeah, it is too. Look at it.
So what I do is get it in here with the Fahrenheit and the soap, clean all that section out, tip it upside down, let it drain out through these holes. Keeps it. See the rust falling out? Build up in there.
Yeah, it's between the skins, isn't it?
They've never got paint in there, so Fahrenheit, rotate it, spin it, whatever. Get the squirty gun in there and have a go. So this rust has come through the inside layer too, so it's right in the seam.
And that's where they come. That's where they
all rust out there section.
Yeah, true. Right here.
See this spread?
Yep. Yep. Yeah. All right, we'll get onto that as well. That's going to be one of the main ones. The back ones. Really, there's bonnet, rear quarter, and I think, yeah, we've got one here on this guard.
Running boards.
That one there's.
Take the skin off that and see if we can repair them.
This one here is not going to be too bad. We'll get onto that now. Scrape that out with a screwdriver. And the windscreen, we've got to take that out to get to this repair here.
Yeah. And all the other windows we would need, so...
Yeah. And then we're going to give this whole thing we'll take all the bright work off it and just give it a cut and polish.
And touch up.
And it's going to look $1 million. Okay, so we're just working on this little section here of surface rust. I'm just going to use a little Dremel and give it a tappy.
Before I take the windscreen out, I'm going to wash the car down. I might get the CT18 and just give it a wash over.
Okay, easy. Alright, there's our little repair, ready to get Fahrenheited and fixed up after that. Okay, so we've got this little guy here Fahrenheited and ready for action. We've also repaired these sections here. So that's all been welded up, cut the rust out of it. There's only little pinholes. And we've taken the guard off over here. We've got a little hole here to repair. which will just be a very quick weld, just there. But as you can hear outside, the world's coming to an end. We've got some serious storms coming. Let's have a look on the radar, because it's this is what we've got coming. Hey, get out of there, you bloody stupid ad. Here we go, look at that. That's what we've got coming. We're the purple dot, and we're about to get slammed. So,
Slam dunking.
yes, we haven't seen any lightning yet, but you can see it. It's dun dun dun. Now, Scooby, we need to have a chat. What's been going on lately?
Not much, Dad's been slack.
No? Well, I can show the folks at home what we've been doing here. Unfortunately, we did work on this last week and all the footage got corrupted and I couldn't play it back and I had to reformat the disc, so we lost all our work.
Yeah, it only me breaking the windscreen.
Well, yeah, we did break the windscreen trying to get it out. We've done a couple of rust repairs.
But it was stuck anyway.
That we'll show you guys later, but what we did do is repaired the bonnet. And if you have a look here, we've just gone and repaired all this section here, and we'll put our Fahrenheit on that at the moment, and the other side there as well, and just getting some things ready for the roadworthy. So we're checking the brakes. We did also change the brake lines, the rubber brake lines front and back, and the shocks. We've got some brand new shocks in there.
Nico's doing a Fahrenheit test on the exhaust to see if it can take heat.
Yeah, look at this. We put a bit of Fahrenheit on the exhaust here. I don't think it's going to work, but you never know.
We're going to toast it later.
We'll toast it. We'll start it up and see what happens. So, a couple of little repair spots. One just there, which we've cut the rust out of that. So yeah, unfortunately, I filmed all that last week, and we lost all the footage, which is quite annoying. So anyway, so we're going to continue today. I've got a rear little section here to weld in, which was I think the main part of our rust, which is right there. That part there, we need to get that welded in, and then we can call all the welding repairs done, and then we might do some colour matching. These little rust stains here, they come off just with a bit of cut and polish, which is really good. All right guys, so we've got the windscreen installed. The windscreen guy came and put a new one in, and as you can see, it's the cheap version.
Very cheap.
Yeah, I don't know. There's not a lot of visualness going on with this one.
That's some shit for that thing.
No, that was our.
The bug stains on it too already.
It's got a bug stain on it. Yeah, this was our repair that we did last week that unfortunately we couldn't film, or it did film and lost the footage. Spot just there in the middle and one in the corner. So that's all new metal that's been welded in. That was our rusted little area just here.
Yeah.
That's our little repair at the back here. We've got a piece of metal that's going on that. I'll show you. Here it is right here. This is the piece that I actually made. And that's going to go in there like that. I'll just put a bit of copper spray behind it. So we'll get that done soon. go, guys. So there's the repair done. Don't even have to almost use no filler at all. We don't like filler in this place. I'll die grind it all nicely. There you go. Oh, that's the last little... Oh, actually, no, I do have one more little welding job. Just this little tiny crack here and there. Right there. We'll just quickly buzz that off. Okay, so that repair is ready for some filler. And as you can see there, don't need a lot, just a skim coat. And we've just gone around and prepared all these other sections as well that need a little bit of filler. And second coat of Fahrenheit in there. You can see it doing its thing. So slowly getting there. We'll just start with the filler now. I've got my little mixing table up here with a couple of spatulas and some hardener and some bog. And let's get crack-a-lack and we'll get these things filled up. Okay, and the bog work is done. That's got that nice little radius there. That'll be ready for some primer. And you can see the front here. Got that done as well. That's all good. This little section in here too. Body work's fantastic fun, isn't it? And we've got a couple of spots here, done that too, and there. And our little spot here. You can see that. Working in this afternoon light is really good for getting the casting the shadows over what you're trying to do, and it can help just blend all your repairs in even before you put any primer on it. Just a nice little tip when you've got different shadows and different types of light. So anyway, that's going to be ready. I suppose the next thing we're going to do now is mask up the car and expose these little areas, and then we'll just have to start getting some high build primer on them, give that a rub back, and one step closer to getting it painted. So one of the last jobs we're doing for today is we've just coated up underneath here in the vents with Fahrenheit. It just had a little bit of surface rust on it. What we'll do is probably put a blanket over the motor, and we can just come in here and spray, colour match this area underneath, and it'll get into the vents too. As you can see, it's always a problematic area to try and get inside there and paint. Yeah, we can sort of get to it from under here, and that can be one of the last little jobs that we'll do. When I come back next week, we can get all these areas in high build primer and then rub them back, cover the whole car in plastic, and then get it colour matched and continue. So I reckon that's going to be it for me today. I might go for a squid in the kayak, and we'll catch you in the next episode. See you later.